Hello, 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 Danny.
Whoa.
I apologize. I am an ape, and I forgot to set my alarm today. So again, I am so sorry.
Oh, you're all good.
Um, so how have you been this week? Anything special and new?
Been pretty good. Got to pop into a few streams and kind of vibe. So it's
Nice.
been fun.
Hell yeah. I have been very exhausted from job searching, but the big thing is I splurged a little because self care is important, and I went and bought more magic cards.
Noise.
Yeah. I also bought more sleeves, so I will probably be doing that tonight while I spam watch a random anime from Crunchyroll. So, I think we should get right into the news. And I would be incredibly remiss. Um, for those of you that are wondering why the left side of my cheek is now pure white, is because I had to pull up a Wikipedia page. Because it is very important to note that this technically happened last week, but we got the news this week uh, of a legend in the industry passing away, which was Akira Toriyama. Uh, and for those of you wondering exactly why this is making our gaming news, Akira Toriyama was not just the person who made Dr. Slump and Dragon Ball Z. Uh, they also worked on Dragon Quest and Chrono Trigger on character development.
Yep. And the recently released Sandworld.
Yes. So, out of respect, we will be naming Toriyama here, and we will be having a moment of silence for him. Thank you very much. But yeah, I mean, let's talk about Toriyama for a moment, because I know you are a big fan of the you're a big fan of the Dragon Quest series, aren't you? Or the
I
is it Chrono Trigger?
I loved Chrono Trigger.
Yeah.
Chrono Trigger is fantastic.
I mean, it's OG nostalgic gaming.
Really is.
Yeah, and I mean it's insane. I also like I'm taking a look at his page here on Wikipedia now. Again, this is Wikipedia. Things are subject to change. Um, but I'm taking a look and I'm like, good God, this man had medals on medals on medals of shit that he earned. Uh,
Yep.
like I mean, and it's crazy because it's he created probably the number one anime of all time, which is Dragon Ball. Right? Most
Yeah.
people most people would consider I mean it's one of the big three, right? One of the big three. Well, no, because it's technically not one of the big three because the big three is technically One Piece, Bleach, Naruto. Dragon Ball is in a whole different ball game. Um, in and of
Dragon
itself.
Ball. Dragon Ball's like the gateway to shonen.
It really is. It is like if you're going to learn how to watch and like enjoy shonen, Dragon Ball is probably the first one that you're going to watch. And it's really a shame to see him pass away. I mean he didn't he was not old. He was 68.
Yeah, it was kind of a big surprise to everybody.
Yeah, it was a very big surprise. It's a massive loss for the industry because number one, because he worked on current Dragon Ball too, like he actively worked on Super. So that means that we're not gonna get another Dragon Ball by Toriyama. So unless he had shit stashed away for like rainy days, Super is the last Dragon Ball we'll ever get. Because I don't think anybody would want Dragon Ball done by other than Toriyama. It's like it's the same as specific voice characters who voiced certain characters in games, right? Like, oh god, who's the voice actor for Master Chief?
Oh,
because it's you wouldn't have anybody else voice Master Chief. You wouldn't have you wouldn't have like, and we discussed this a while back when it first happened, back when we were strictly covering Destiny 2, but anybody else voicing Zavala other than Lance Riddick?
It's like
It's
to
iconic.
to go even further back. It's like when they recast Sam Fisher, because everybody was used to David Hayter, and then when they recast Sam Fisher, he just didn't sound right.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. I am with you on that. So, but yeah, it is a massive loss for the gaming industry, for an iconic person who made characters in both Dragon Quest and Chrono Trigger, and for the entirety of the shonen loving series, shonen loving genre. Losing the creator of Dragon Ball is massive.
Influenced so many artists. So many artists.
So many.
By Toriyama.
I mean, Dragon Ball is like the quintessential shonen that you need to watch. And you can watch any of them other than GT.
And Toriyama just had that style that you could tell, like, that's something he worked on just by looking at it.
Yeah. No. And it's crazy. And Dr. Slump is a cult classic. Like, I've read some of the OG Dr. Slump, and bro, you can tell, man, it's good. It's very good. Like, I don't think there was a single thing that Toriyama worked on that wasn't stellar.
It's hard to find.
Yeah, it's very, very hard to find. Like, yeah, if you dig, like, you may be able to find something, but he was a legend in the industry. So, now we're gonna move on to something less depressing. And Danny, I know that you've had plenty of things on your list to talk about this week. What do you got for me to start off with?
Yeah, we'll start off with the happy thing, and one of the things I've been genuinely having the most fun with this past week has been the skimmer that has been added to Destiny.
Is it easy to acquire?
Oh yeah, no, it's real easy.
Perfect. I may go grab that just to have it.
It is genuinely the best vehicle in the game.
Oh, it's just that much fun.
It is not just fun, it's just that good. On top of being fun.
What do you mean by good?
So, its boost doesn't consume its energy, so you can continuously hit the boost. You just have to watch out, because if you hit a wall or something, it will just explode at super high speed. The grind is basically indefinite, as long as you have energy. So you can skip a lot of sections and certain things with it. And any place you can pull out a vehicle, you can just skip a platforming section entirely. And it's really funny.
Because you just trick through the air nonstop?
Yep. It's pretty good.
Now, the real question is, can you skip the ship jumping? I think it's in... Is it Oryx?
I don't think you can, because you can't pull out a vehicle in there.
Oh, yeah, no, that's right.
If you can get one in there, absolutely you will be able to. Because it can gain height.
Well, I'm glad to know that that the skimmer is putting in work. And I'm glad that they finally introduced a new vehicle into Destiny 2 since... How long?
Vehicles that we can actually have permanently. This is the first that they've added since the Sparrow.
Yeah, and the Sparrow has been in D2 since the beginning.
Yep, it's been in D1.
Yeah.
It's been here since D1.
They literally had a beginner's mission for you to go get your Sparrow.
Yep, and having something new is pretty neat.
Yeah. Oh, alright, now, what was the other thing you wanted to talk about?
The other thing is slightly more sad because Warner Brothers has gone off the deep end and has started obliterating their purchases.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
So just today, Adult Swim got the axe,
Oh,
and
that's one I did not hear of. What?
yeah. So all of the games that Adult Swim was responsible for are being pulled from their respective stores, and basically everything that's on that is getting axed.
Adult Swim.
Yep,
How long has Adult Swim been a thing?
it's been around for a long time,
It's older than me.
and I think they are also talking about giving the axe to Cartoon Network as well. Warner Brothers is going off the deep end.
Adult Swim first aired on September 2nd, 2001. Wait, really? I thought it was older than me. But also, wait, would they really axe an entire fucking channel? What?
Yep.
So, okay, because I heard about them cutting Rooster Teeth,
Yep.
which I was like, okay, Ruby was a little rough, but Red versus Blue is an iconic fucking YouTube series.
Oh, and that whole story gets even worse because literally within hours of them telling everyone at Rooster Teeth basically that yeah, you don't have a job anymore, they tried to turn around and sell the IPs. Literally within hours.
Well, I know that there were several people that stated there was one particular person. I don't know who they are. They guess they must be super influential or have a lot of money, and they were like, "Hey, I would love to buy Ruby. I would love to buy the rights to Ruby and rebuild it as its own
I think it
thing."
was Dylan Goo.
Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
He actually, if I remember correctly, I think he worked on part of like season 1.
Oh, so he worked. Yeah, he worked with Monty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He is a very good animator.
yeah. So here's my question: why is Warner Brothers taking the axe to everything?
Their CEO is not happy that they are reporting a loss, even though they bought a bunch of studios and properties.
Like,
That's
if
literally
you
just
if you buy something as an investment, you have to give it time to give you money back.
yep.
Does the CEO not understand money?
They
What is Warner Brothers
I,
going to do now? Are they going to just sell Looney Tunes?
at this rate, they're probably going to have to. Like
How are they losing money is my question.
it's like they've taken the initial hit because they bought so many things and they've expanded so fast. Like they're going to report a loss. But in his mentality, they've sold basically everything. They've cut or sold everything that had a chance of making the money. So now it's just like, yeah, no, I think Warner Brothers is not long for this world.
Yeah, like Warner Brothers that's super fucked because Warner Brothers was one of the few companies that could rival Disney.
And they are ruining that real fast because
Yeah.
not only did they do that, but recently, of course, we know with the absolute train wreck that was the Suicide Squad game.
Yeah, I didn't hear a whole lot. All I heard was it's bad, don't buy it.
The thing is, like, when it initially came out, it was playable. They updated it twice, and apparently it broke 90% of the copies of the game.
Nice job.
So, the game failed pretty horribly, so bad that I think Sony started issuing refunds for anything bought through PlayStation.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Yeah, Warner Brothers is I don't really understand why they did this. Like this was just this is just a massive L just in general. Like why would you do this to you? Like You know the meme of the Eric Andre show where he shoots the dude in the chair and he's like, "Why would he do this to himself?"
Yep.
Yeah, that's literally the meme. It's like,
The
why?
worst part,
Why would you do this?
the worst part about it is that after that game failed horribly, they doubled down and said that they're gonna focus more on live service games.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, yeah, no, I don't see them. I don't see them being around very much longer, which means a lot of IPs are gonna get abandoned or bought by somebody else in the near future, including probably Mortal Kombat.
Which is mildly terrifying.
Yeah, there's a lot of IPs that they own that will technically probably be abandonware if they go under.
Yeah. Like I don't understand why they did this to themselves. Like, you reported a loss after you acquired a bunch of shit. Yeah, congratulations. That's how this industry works. Like, the first couple years, you're gonna take a loss, and then you build it up, and then it makes you profit. Like, that's literally any investment. Like, the CEO of Warner Brothers is an absolute fucking moron.
Yep.
Actually,
100% agree.
let's see. Who is the CEO of Warner Brothers? Because I'm going to call him out right now, his name. David Zaslav. David Zaslav. You're a fucking ape. Retire. Quit your job. You're garbage.
I am honestly looking for any investors to probably push to give him the boot,
Yeah, no,
unless they're also in on it.
Yeah, like, this is a massive L. This is a massive fucking L. Like, oh my god, this is just not good. That's just not good.
I know this week is hit with a lot of bad a lot of bad news.
Yeah, a lot of bad news. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm literally scrolling through like the gaming news and like there's nothing really good to note. Except for one particular thing. Well, two particular things actually. Number one, Final Fantasy XIV announces the 14-hour broadcast ahead of the Dawn Trail expansion. That's one thing, and I know that you're slightly interested in that because I know you've been trying FF14.
Oh, I have been trying. Trying is the correct term.
And the Lollipop Chainsaw remaster.
That I am interested in a lot.
Here's my thing. I didn't play it the first time around, so I don't really know if they really needed to make a remastered. Because I saw the graphics from the original one, and to be honest, the graphics hold up really well.
Oh yeah, no, that is Suda's work. Suda makes fantastic games.
Yeah. Apparently Xbox is also releasing a new controller update.
That's interesting. Let's see, when did the first one come? Oh,
How long ago was the first Lollipop Chainsaw?
it came out in 2012.
So 10 years. Here's
Yeah.
my thing. A little too soon for a remaster. Little too soon for a remaster. Okay.
Then again, it's only available on like the PS3 and Xbox 360, so I understand.
I guess. I mean, you know what? Let's talk about that for a sec, because I'm kind of down to take a moment to chat about that. I need to stare at a dark screen. I'm gonna swap over to Twitter. Dear God, my fucking eyes hurt. Let's talk about remasters for a minute, okay? Because I know everybody can agree, the pain and misery that was seeing Skyrim be remastered like 5, 6, 7 different fucking times within the span of 4 years.
I will say this: I don't count any of the Skyrim remasters as actual remasters. It's just the same game. They just incorporated some mods as actual features.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah, and it's my issue with remasters, and I think this is a common problem that a lot of people have, is update the game, don't remake it. Because a lot of people they confuse remakes with remasters. Okay? Remakes
Mm-hmm.
is where you change the game. Remaster is where you just update the game and give it prettier graphics, better controls, fix bugs, do what you got to do. Okay? Remakes is where part or a lot of the game has been changed from the original. A great example of something that was considered a remastered but is actually a remake is Final Fantasy VII.
Yep, I was just about to say that.
Final
Final Fantasy VII is a remake.
Yeah, it is a remake, not a remaster. And they promoted it as a remaster. It is not a remaster, it is a remake. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And here's number one, okay? We are in the industry of live service games being a big thing. Okay? I don't mind that because it's convenient. I would like more games to be put out that were more complete and not with 5 million fucking bugs. But as long as it gets fixed, it's fine. Okay? I hate when companies say remaster and then they remake it. Another fucking miserable one is the Modern Warfares. They remade
Oh,
Modern Warfare 1 and 2. It is not the same game as OG Modern Warfare 1 and 2. They are not. I don't care how much anybody says, they are not the same fucking game. What players wanted was a remaster of the game. Right? And when they said that it was going to be a remaster, they're like, perfect. And then they remade the game. And it's like, no,
Yep.
that's not a remake. That's not a remaster. That's a remake. You fucked up. And that's why the games, a lot of people don't fucking like them. Also because Activision is scum of the earth.
and I will point out one that is actually a remaster and was done pretty well. Bayonetta.
Ooh, Bayonetta was a very good remaster.
They
Very
didn't
good
change
remaster.
anything. They just upped the graphics, tightened up the controls a little bit, and it's basically the same game.
Yeah. No, 1,000%. I wholeheartedly agree with that. I 1,000% agree. Some now, and you and people watching this might flame me for this. I think people who actually, and this is the one time that I will give them credit, the company that actively says, "Hey, we are remaking this game," and specifically state it is a remake, not a remaster, is Nintendo with all of their Pokemon games. And they have actively remade the Pokemon games. I will give them credit for actually being correct on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they had said remastered, I would have flamed the shit out of them.
Oh yeah, no, like them actually being open and saying, "Hey, we're remaking this," set kind of the expectations for like, okay, it's gonna be different, and it is more often than not different in some way or another. It's not a remaster.
Yeah. Now, and I need to state this is that I like some of the Pokemon remakes because technically Leaf Green and Fire Red are technically remakes.
Soul Silver.
Heart Gold, Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire,
Yep.
which by the way, Oras, very good remakes. Anybody that says otherwise has never played fucking Hoenn. Like, that is still, in my opinion, to this day, the best region of any fucking region. Hoenn is still number one. I just wish that we would get an Emerald remake. Because, I don't know about you, Danny, I want to go back through the fucking Battle Frontier.
I think a lot of people want the Battle Frontier.
It's the best post-game Pokemon content out there. Literally the best. There is no competition. Zero competition on that. It is, hands down, the best endgame Pokemon content. Anybody that says otherwise, they're an ape. Like, it's too good. It's too good. You literally have to spend thousands of hours to complete the Battle Frontier. You can complete Pokemon Emerald in less than 50. Hell, there are people that literally speedrun the game in less than 20 hours. And the Battle Frontier requires 1,000+ hours to beat? My brother in Christ. That's a lot of fucking content. And they programmed the game to be randomly generated every time. Like, the tournament that you end, like, for example, my favorite Battle Frontier building was the 32-man tournament. Every team was completely randomized. And you actually had to know competitive Pokemon in order to play.
Yep.
Like, it's so good. It's so fucking good. So, but yeah, no, it's yeah, no, it's I hate that. That's a big pet peeve of mine, is just companies saying remastered when it's in reality a remake. And I hate that. I hate it so much. So,
Yep.
I hope, if you're a big fan of Lollipop Chainsaw, I hope that it's an actual remaster and not a remake.
Oh yeah. Which, this is another thing that I'm also excited about, because Suda is a madman and likes to announce more than one thing at a time. They also got the license back from EA to remake, well, not remake, remaster Shadows of the Damned. Which intrigues me a lot. Because Shadows of the Damned is a game that I don't think many people remember.
I know this game.
Yeah, the game where the main character's name is literally Garcia fucking Hotspur. And yes, that is his actual middle name.
You know, it's crazy. I never played this game. My dad owns it. Because my dad has an Xbox 360, and he owned it because his brother, not blood related, but like someone that he considers a brother, is a big gamer, and he got it for him because he was like, this shit's fucking funny as hell, you should play it. This is also the same guy that introduced my dad to Blood Rain.
Ah, Blood Rain.
Great games, shittiest movie.
Yes.
Well, also, they gave it to M. Night Shyamalan. You knew it was going to be miserable. I'm sorry, there's still not a single movie that M. Night Shyamalan has made that's actually good. You cannot change my mind. That man actually cannot fucking make movies. I don't know why they allow him to. He should be retired.
He only kind of knows how to make like one type of movie.
That's niche that nobody gives a shit about anymore.
Yep.
Yeah, he's outdated. Don't let that man touch another movie. But yeah, no. Actually, funny enough, in that same collection, Danny, I don't know if you remember this game, for the original Xbox. Dead or Alive Volleyball Edition.
Oh yeah, no, I do. I actually, oddly enough, for a while, I played almost every single one of the fighting games. Because the fighting game is actually good underneath all of the fan service. And that is not something I can say about a lot of games.
Yeah, and then Dead or Alive made volleyball, and they were like, you know what if we just did a game of nothing but fan service?
And they made like...
And it was good! It was good!
I think they made 4 of them.
Yeah, Dead or Alive volleyball was good! Like, what the fuck? Why was it good?
They actually make a good game underneath everything.
Like, it's actually so good. Why is a fucking meme game good?
It's like, this is something that usually surprises a lot of people, but the oddly enough, the Senran Kagura games are also pretty well made.
Hey, you know what, Danny? You and I want a remaster of? I want a remaster of Dead or Alive volleyball games. And then play them live.
I'm kind of surprised they haven't, actually.
I don't think they could get it approved nowadays. Like, let's be real. It was Dead or Alive volleyball is what's the term? It's very haughty.
If they released it on Steam, they probably could.
Oh, they could absolutely make bank on Steam. They could never sell it on a console.
Sony would not, and Microsoft I don't think would either.
I know, which is a shame because they're good games.
It would sell.
For those of you that don't know Dead or Alive volleyball, it's literally the Dead or Alive female characters, but instead, they were playing volleyball. But the funny part is, it's the exact same controls as if you were playing the Dead or Alive fighting game. They just changed it to volleyball, like setting and spiking.
Yep. And it worked.
Yeah, it was brilliant. They were like, all right, this button does this button does this button does this. Just equate it to all of the other like moves that you would need for volleyball. And it worked. And it was good. They were all good. And they were all memey as shit. I'm still fucking laughing about that. Oh my god.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
But I just the fact that I'm seeing Suda 51 games getting remastered, because I know Suda's involved with it, and he's gonna make sure that they just up the graphics.
Oh yeah. I'm very excited to see stuff like that. What is a game that I would love to see remastered? See, I was gonna say Halo 1, but they did technically remaster that in the Master Chief Collection.
It is,
and it's good.
I still think that the original graphics actually look better.
Well, then it makes sense a lot for its time.
Yeah. Also, like, because certain things because I played through it not too long ago. Certain things like the actual Halo, the graphics on the actual Halo look better in the original graphics than the remastered, because there's no like fog and cloud in the way, and you can actually see the planet texture on the ring.
Yeah, that is something that is a little interesting that they kind of fucked up on, but also, in all fairness, 343 is the one that handled the remastering. And
yeah,
I don't know about y'all, but 343 does not know how to fucking make a Halo game. I'm sorry.
To be fair, there really shouldn't have been another Halo game after Bungie stopped, because
facts.
That was an end point for the story, an actual end point.
Yeah, like
Halo Wars. Halo Wars is fine. You could do that. That would be fine.
Like a Halo spinoff. Like, you know what? Give me another Halo 3 ODST. Give me a Halo spinoff.
Or
people want that.
If you want to do like a Reach prequel. Get to know more about those characters.
Yeah, or just about the Spartan program in general.
Yeah.
But
go backwards instead of forward.
Yeah, because I'm sorry. Once 343 got a hold of Halo, and I don't care what anybody says, 4 is dog shit, 5 is trash, and nobody gives a fuck about Infinite. Literally nobody.
That's about it.
Nobody gives a fuck about Infinite. That game is dog shit.
They kind of hurt themselves a lot with that one by not having Forge in that game sooner.
They hurt themselves by just not stopping the fucking series. Like, they should have just stopped the series. Like, here's the thing, okay? If at least Bungie had made it, I would have been like, okay, cool. Bungie made another Halo game. I'm probably going to buy that. But when Bungie left Microsoft...
Yep.
And they left Microsoft specifically because they said, we are not going to make another Halo game. We ended the story. Like, we ended the story. We gave you Halo Reach. We gave you... Everyone been asking about the prequel. Why was Master Chief in the cryo chamber? We gave you the prequel of why he's there. We gave you the front, the middle, the end. We told you everything you need to know. The series is done.
Yep.
And it was a clean finish. It was a clean break. And Microsoft was like, no, you're our cash cow. And Bungie said, fuck yourselves. We're not making another Halo game. And then they lost the contract.
Yeah, it's like it. They literally just said that's it. There's no like reasonable way to continue this story without going off the deep end.
Yeah, no, just absolutely no reason. 343 should have never fucking been involved because they trashed the Halo series so fucking hard.
Like, rather than continuing with Master Chief, they should have like done something around one of the other Spartans, you know, like go somewhere else with it.
Like, no. A great example, June is technically still alive. We never saw him from Team Noble. We never saw June die. He's the only one from that team, from Halo Reach, that we did not actively see die. Follow June after he pieces out.
There were a lot of options that they could have gone with, but...
Yeah, no, they had so many options, but they wanted to keep Master Chief, and blah, 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 blah. Bro, so fucking bad. Actually, a game that I would love to see remastered, and this might be a hot take, Danny. This might actually be a scalding hot take. I would, because it really didn't come out that long ago. Actually, you know what? Hold on. I'm going to look up a date real quick. Because I think it would have a killer remaster. Okay, so about 15 plus years, I would love to see an OG Gears of War remake. Or at least a remaster.
Like, I know they sort of had, like, a technical remaster, but, like...
I want a real remaster.
Yeah.
Because the Gears of War... Because, yeah, Gears of War 1 released in 2006.
I have a really odd one that I would like to see remastered, because I'm pretty sure both studios that were involved with it kind of want to pretend that it doesn't exist.
Okay, hit me with it.
Wet.
What?
It's just called Wet.
Oh, that's why it's for the PS3. PS3 has no games.
It also...
I'm sorry, Danny.
No, that's fair.
PS3 got no games.
But, the studios behind this game...
What the fuck is
Interactive.
This? A third-person shooter.
So you know Grindhouse movies?
I think so.
Really, like, over-the-top, bloody, super ridiculous action. Kind of like a Tarantino movie.
Oh, like, Anarchy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically that, but a game. It is ridiculous, over-the-top, kind of makes no sense, but is just absolutely ridiculous.
I was about to say... Behavior Interactive is still a thing. Is Artificial Mind and Movement still an active developer?
I want to say that they merged, because these developers may be a little familiar because they're behind Warframe.
Oh, there is literally... Yeah, no, I think they merged because I went to Artificial Mind Movement Wikipedia, and it just said from Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia, and it just gave a straight arrow to Behavior Interactive.
Yep. But yeah,
Which,
no,
for those
like,
of you that don't know, developed Dead by Daylight.
yep. They, yeah. And this game was published by Bethesda.
Yeah, this is the weirdest fucking thing. Just like I see the letters in just bold Comic Sans, and I hear it, Danny, and all I hear is just wet.
And I'm pretty sure that everything in every like song that plays during this game is copyrighted.
Can we look up this? Hold on.
But yeah, no, this game came out in 2009, and I don't think either Behavior Interactive or Bethesda has even acknowledged it in their repertoire of games.
Wait, hold on. How are all of these songs copyrighted? Because there's a lot of them too.
I'm trying to remember if they are or not. But it is an experience of a game.
Well, good luck trying to play it. These things ain't got no games.
It's gonna be an experience.
Oh, well, that's part of the reason. One of their promotional materials had "God's Gonna Cut You Down" by Johnny Cash.
Yup.
That's fucking hysterical. This is also like very like late 2000s like artwork. I'm seeing the front cover, and it's just a woman in fucking like steampunk like Wild West gear with a fucking like big ass revolver.
So the premise of the game basically is she is a very, very good assassin.
Okay.
That is basically the premise of the movie, and you go on a blood trail of revenge.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It is a wild experience.
Oh, what's another game I'd love to have remastered? See, I would have said, what's the game about the ball? You have to collect items to make a bigger ball.
Oh, Katamari.
Katamari. I would have said Katamari, but they already made
But
a
it
remake,
does
and the
have
remake
one.
is good. Or the remaster is good. Like, very good.
It's very good.
It's very good. It's probably one of the best. Well, hold on. Is it a remaster or a remake?
I want to say it's a remaster.
Yeah, and
But
it's...
they added in like some quality of life features.
Oh, yeah, because they had to make it a lot cleaner, because Katamari is fucking old as dirt. That game is old as shit. But it's a very good game. Very good game. And the remaster is also very, 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 very good. What's another fucking game I would want remastered? Because unless you have another topic you want to talk about, I'm down to just go on like games that we would love to see remastered.
I'm trying to think because there wasn't really a whole lot of stuff this week that wasn't like
Massively,
Oh.
that wasn't like not massively depressing.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, well, you know, something that we can't talk about is games that did get remastered that are very good. Because Shadow of the Colossus is phenomenal. Go play that.
Yeah.
Like that's a phenomenal remake. Very good. Very good. Oh my god. I see. I take back what I said. That might be the best remastered game I think I have seen done in a long time.
It was like literally the only thing that had to be done was just tighten the controls up. It's like they didn't have to do a whole lot to the graphics.
But they did anyways.
Yeah.
They absolutely fucking grand slammed that bitch straight out of the park. Like Shadow of Colossus. And the crazy part is OG still holds up to this day graphics wise. It is still good.
It still baffles me at how they were able to make the graphics look that good on the hardware at the time. Because that game came out on the PS2.
Yeah. When you also had games like Ape Escape on the PS2.
You had the OG Battlefront games
Yeah.
on the
Oh,
PS2.
you know what? That's a game I want. That's a game I want a remake of, or another game of. I want Ape Escape. Give me another Ape
It's been
Escape.
a while.
Ape Escape is such a fun, dumb series. It's so dumb. It's so dumb, but it is stupidly fun.
Like the Monkey Ball series.
Oh yeah, Monkey also another class. Well, hold on. They got a new game though semi recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a new game of that recently. I'm trying to think other games that I would love to see get a remastered. Hold on, Danny. I'm pulling out the games from my fucking box here. Hold on. Because I literally have my box of like old discs. Hold on. No, can't do a remaster of that. No, that has a sequel. No, that's a sports game. That's a game that hasn't had a new one in a while. Harvest Moon.
I think there's supposed to be a new one.
That's good, because honestly, hear me out. Really stupid. Good game.
Because, like, I know that after a little while they did change the name of the series, but I think they are actually making another Harvest Moon.
That's what I want. I just saw the fucking game at the very back of the list. Oh my fucking god. I don't want to ever see that game again. But, okay. So, there is technically 4 games for this series. Alright? And you're going to hate me for this, Danny. I'm going to give you all of the consoles that it's on. And I want you to tell me which series I'm talking about. I will give you one hint other than the consoles. It is not a Super Smash Brothers series. Okay? It is not Super Smash Brothers. It was on... They had one game for the Nintendo 64. They had 2 games for the GameCube. And they had 1 game for the DS.
Mario Golf.
No.
Oh?
It's technically not a remastered, but I would like to see it after the second and fourth games that were absolute abominations. I would love to see a brand new game for it.
Also on the DS is the one that's like throwing me off.
I know. It's I might have you on this one.
Because I'm like thinking of the ones. I'm going through like the list and thinking because I was like, I'm racking my brain trying to think. Was there a baseball? But no, there wasn't a baseball back on the N64.
Wait, what was this?
The other one that I'm thinking was tennis, those were good.
Oh,
Mario
I take
Tennis
that
is
back, actually. There's actually several of these games. Why have I never seen these? The fuck?
Oh.
Okay, hold on. So, let me take a look. There's... What was this on? The fuck? Okay, there's 1 for the Wii, 1 for the Nintendo 64, 2 for GameCube. This one was on the Wii U. This one was on... what the fuck? I guess this is like a remaster? It's 2011. The fuck is this? Oh, half these games didn't even come to like the US. Yeah, half these games didn't even come to the US. That explains part of it.
Huh.
Yeah, some of these games are fucking terrible, and I would love to see them come back.
I'm very intrigued because I'm having a hard time thinking of series.
Yeah, I apologize. There's a lot more games apparently that I did not realize. I would like them to fix the Star Fox series.
Oh, oh yeah, no, they had a lot of games that did not come to the U.S.
Yeah, because the only ones that came to the U.S. was Star Fox 64 for the Nintendo 64, Star Fox Adventures for the GameCube, which, by the way, was an absolute abomination. After 300 hours, I still can't figure out how to fucking beat the game. Star Fox Assault, which was an absolute fucking masterpiece. And then they made Star Fox, whatever the one was for the DS.
I forgot that.
Because the rest of them that didn't come to the US was traditional Star Fox Command, Star Fox, I'm going to assume Guard, Star Fox Zero, and Star Fox 2. The last one was in 2017. And I didn't even hear news about that. Like, not even news. Oh, yeah, Star Fox 2 was on the Super NES Classic Edition. Star Fox Zero was on the Wii U. Star Fox Guard was also on the Wii U. Star Fox 64 3D was on the Nintendo 3DS. That was the one that I hated because that's the one that had multiple timelines in a singular game. That was the roguelike one.
Yeah.
Which was ass. Star Fox Command, which was on the regular DS. So yeah, I would love to see a new Star Fox game because I'm sorry, Star Fox 64 3D, whatever the fuck they did to that, or whichever it was either Command or 3D, the one that was on the DS. Oh, my brother in Christ, it was not good. It was not good. They made multiple timelines, and it was just awful. And there was nothing good that happened in the game. Every single decision you made ended up with you always losing something. Like, all of your team dies, or Crystal literally leaves Fox for Panther from Team Wolf. Like, bro, not a good game. The last good Star Fox game was Assault. And Assault is so fucking good. I played it for probably over 1,000 hours. The campaign probably takes less than 3 hours to do. I replayed that game so fucking much. If you ever get the chance, Danny, go back and play Assault. It's so good. But
That's the one that I've heard good things about.
yeah, Adventures. I own Adventures. I bought it for $4.99 from. I can only assume this was not GameStop because it was not their things that they used. But I bought it for $4.99. This is technically a pivotal piece in the Star Fox series because this is where they meet Crystal. Who's in Assault. So you have to play the game to understand where Crystal comes from. The problem is, Star Fox Adventures is so fucking unbelievably bad. It's so fucking bad. Like, 300 hours. I have 300 hours in the game, and I still have not beaten it. That is how fucked that game is.
Oh.
I spent 100 alone Googling shit on trying to figure out how to beat a specific section, and there's literally nothing about it at the time. So I couldn't fucking beat the game.
Oh.
It's so fucking bad. The game is massive. Like, the game itself is huge because it's an open world on several planets. But it's so fucking bad. It's so bad. Oh my god, it's awful. Oh, give me a new Star
Um,
Fox game that's not ass tier, please. I don't care if it's on the Switch. Please give me a decent one, dude. Holy shit.
I think there's so many people that have been waiting for a new one.
Yeah, that's not. Give me another Star Fox Assault game, man. Because the problem is that it's like half of these aren't even canon. Half of them aren't even canon. Why did you make them? Like, what? Like, as far as I know of, the only 3 that are technically canon are 64, Adventures, and Assault. I don't know about the rest of them. God. Who did this to me? Alright, we need to swap to another game that needs to be remastered. Do you have a pick, Danny?
Let's see.
Because there's a long list of games. I mean, other than the normal, like, I would love an actual remastered in Modern Warfare 2, but we'll never get it, because EA's a fucking scumbag company.
There's a lot of games that are kind of like that. Let's see.
Now, you owned an original Xbox, right?
I did not. I had a
Oh.
360. I do have an N64 though.
There you go. Man,
Which I will still stand by that they should absolutely remaster Pokemon Stadium.
facts! And remastered Pokemon Coliseum and XD Gale of Darkness.
Yep.
Bangers.
Good games.
Ooh.
Really good games.
Oh. I want a new Blinks game.
That's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Danny, when this video comes out, I want you to watch this because I am about to pull up the OG Blinks Time Sweeper, and I've played both this and beaten it, and I've also played the second one where you get to play as the pigs, which is Blinks 2 Masters of Time and Space. I have played both to completion. Now, I don't own the second one. My dad has that one because they're both on the OG Xbox, and I played the shit out of those games because that was a fun series. That was so much fun. I'm sorry, Danny. I'm taking you to church right now is what I'm doing.
That reminded me of something. Hearing Blinks reminded me of something that is actually getting a. I'm not entirely sure if it's a remaster or a remake. They're sort of doing that for Gex, of all things.
For what?
Gex.
What the Gets. Why am I blanking on Gets?
Gex.
Gex.
A little, like, gecko.
How do you spell it?
Gex.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, they're...
The last one was in '99, and they put a hot model on the cover. What the fuck?
They're literally apparently it is a remaster. They're remastering the Gex trilogy.
That's so
Out of
But they have
all
to
of the
have
things,
the hot woman on the cover for number 3. They have to keep the hot woman on the cover.
apparently the announcement for the remaster is a James Bond-esque video. So
That's funny.
of all the things I was expecting to get a remaster, that is not one of them.
Oh, you know what? Hold on, Danny. I'm about to take you to church, and I'm about to take you old school. Hold on. Do you remember the original Xbox game called Mad Dash Racing?
That sounds familiar.
You play as random animals that go on a race.
Why does that sound familiar to me?
Go look it up. I guarantee you, if you go find a video, you'll be like, "Oh fuck!"
Oh, I remember seeing that cover.
It's so iconic to me. Oh, I remember my dad helped me beat the game when I was like 6.
Oh, okay. This has reminded me because I have some core memories of a couple games.
Okay, hit me with them.
One, which I know is getting a remake relatively soon, Crazy Taxi.
Yes, I do remember hearing about that. And not just any Crazy Taxi, like the OG arcade Crazy Taxi.
Yep, which
Like,
I'm excited to see what they do with that.
and here's the funny part, Danny. I would love to see them come out with the new stand-up like arcade for it.
It would
Like the
be
arcade
so
machine
cool.
for it. So good. Actually,
And
give me a remastered and a new arcade version of Hydro Surfer.
ooh,
Yeah! You know what I'm all about.
so the other game that I have like a core memory of is I want to say it's SSX Tricky.
Oh, that's the snowboarding game.
Yep.
Hold on, I thought they had one that they came out recently with.
They did have a more recent SSX game, but SSX Tricky is on a whole nother level. Specifically the one that came out on the GameCube.
Why is that?
Because I believe it has one specific character from WarioWare.
You know they'll never be able to remake that because of it.
It's only the GameCube version.
They'll never be able to remake that because it's licensed by Nintendo.
It's like if they released it on the Nintendo platform.
Wait, hold on.
They
It
can do that.
released on PlayStation 2 and GameCube. What the fuck?
Yup.
Wait, hold on. It was on all the systems. PS2, GameCube, Game Boy Advance, and Xbox. What the fuck?
Yup.
Hold
This
on.
was part.
This was EA!
This is by the. May it rest in peace, EA Big, which made some of the best sports games that EA has ever come out with.
Oh, what was that, what was that fucking basketball game they had?
NBA Street.
NBA Street.
And also
Oh!
NFL Street.
Yes!
Yep.
I remember
They
playing...
made the best games.
I remember those. I also remember playing on the Game Boy and the Game Boy Advanced, the backyard football and backyard hockey games.
The older version, the older ones from the Backyard series are phenomenal.
Yeah, because it's all... For those of you that don't know what the backyard games are, they're basically like... Think of like Madden and NBA 2K and like all those games, but instead, all of like the well-known players at that time are all kids. And it's literally just them playing in a backyard. That's pretty much it.
It's just good fun.
It's such good fun. Such good fun. Oh man. I would love to see a new series of backyard games, man. But they could never, I don't think they could come out with them anymore just because of the amount of licensing they would have to do to use, then the amount of royalties that have to pay for people's likeness.
Yeah, like there is one that came out a few years back, but I'd heard that it's not as good as the older games.
Yeah, all the Game Boy Advance ones were all bangers because they made one for almost every single sport. They made one for baseball, basketball, football, hockey. I don't think they did one for golf or tennis though.
No, I don't think they did.
Yeah, which is fine because fuck those sports.
They're not as big.
Yeah. God, what's a game? What's another game I would love to see? I'm trying to think. I wish I had like all my old Game Boy Advance games, but I don't. Oh wait, hold on. All right, Danny, I'm gonna continue to take you to church. I found my my collection of Xbox games.
Nice.
Oh, nope. Actually, wait. Hold on. Never mind. I have Blinks 2 as well. I guess I did grab it from my father. But no. Hear me out, Danny. I want. Technically, this did technically get a remaster. No, technically a sequel. The Tasmanian Tiger.
There are like, I have the third. I have the the Night of the Quinkin.
Yeah. But no, the game that I just realized the game that I want the most, that I want the remake for the most. This may be a hot take. Jet Set Radio Future.
No, absolutely. They are remaking Jet Set Radio.
What?
Yeah, that's one of the games. Jet Set Radio, Streets of Rage, Crazy Taxi. I forget. There's another like 2 that Sega announced at the Game Awards that they're redoing. So there will be another Jet Set.
Holy shit! Yeah, this was Jet Set Radio reboot appears to be open world based on newly revealed. I mean, technically, it was open world.
Yeah.
But this was released on December 20th of 2023. I'm seeing this. Oh, that's hype!
Yep. There's a lot of people that are very excited. Sega is eating good right now.
Yes. Well, also, you want to talk about a fucking a series that absolutely popped the fuck off when they made it modern, or at least brought it to modern abilities to be played. The Mega Man Battle Network collection. I bought it, and the graphics, and again, they're not remakes. It's basically just they made a legit port for it, so you can now play it on Steam.
Yeah.
Absolutely worth the fucking $60 for every game, because it's Battle Network 1 and 2, and then it's both versions of 3, which is blue and white, both versions of 4, which is like red and something, both versions of 5, and both versions of 6. It's 10 games for $60 with online play.
Yeah.
Like,
That's pretty solid.
yeah, and I streamed all of beating Battle Network 1. I streamed it all. Hell, Cryptic was making YouTube videos for it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was... I would love a remastered version of it, but I know we're never going to get it. And you know what? This is an example of... I wouldn't mind a remastered, but I'm happy that they did what they did, which was they just made it to where you didn't have to worry about like going through like really bad like ways to like emulate it. You can just buy the game outright on PC or on PlayStation.
Yep.
Like
Just making it available.
yeah, they made it available. They kept it. It's literally in its entirety. There is nothing new about the games. Literally nothing new, other than they added a couple of achievements and a couple of collectibles that you can get for each game. That added like a couple of chips, which I'm cool with. That's fine by me. And the games again are also like Battle Network 1, not that big of a game. Not that big. But there's a decent amount of endgame content. Battle Network 2, a lot more endgame content. Battle Network 3, fucking massive. Fucking massive there, Bob. It's fucking huge. It's fucking big. Goddamn. The entirety of the Undernet? Brother, there's like 20 different levels. The fuck? Bruh, it's huge. That's not even counting 4 and 5, but they're not nearly as good as... I still think 3 is still probably the best out of the series. But I will be playing... I still need to play through all of them. But yeah, no, that is an example of you don't need a remake or remastered. Just port the game, play it on current consoles. That's a great example of it. Because see, that's what they could do to Modern Warfare 2. They don't need to remaster it. Just slightly update the graphics, put that bitch on fucking Xbox Series S and PlayStation 5. That shit would sell instantly. That might be a hot take, but I would buy it.
No, I think it would. I think more people would buy that.
Yeah, like it doesn't need to be remastered. Like maybe like just tighten up the graphics a little bit with just the current modern day. Other than that, though, keep the gameplay the exact same. I mean, they did it to the campaign. The campaign on PlayStation looked great. Like it looked phenomenal when they released the campaign for it. And then they gave us the abomination that is the remake, and I'm like, this is garbage. So, all right, Danny, we're gonna end on one more game that you would like a remake of, a remake or remaster.
I thought of one that I would love to see a remaster of, but I doubt they'd ever actually do it. Crash Tag Team Racing.
Ooh, that's hot. That's hot, and I fuck with it.
Out of all of the Crash games, I think that one genuinely gives you the most. Because one, you've got a racing game. Two, you've got a mechanic in a racing game that's kind of unique. And three, there's actually a 3D platformer in there too, on top of that.
Oh yeah, 1,000%.
It's a lot of game.
1,000%. No,
I'm kind of surprised there wasn't anything else like that.
Yeah, no, 1,000%. Actually, wait. There is actually one game that I can compare to it.
Yeah.
Because Crash Tag Team Racing was you could have two people in the car, right?
Yeah, you could fuse cars.
Yeah. I would love for them to come out with another Mario Kart Double Dash.
Yeah, that's literally the only thing that was even remotely
They
similar.
never brought it back.
I'm genuinely surprised. I mean, I
It
think
was
you
so
can
good.
play it. I think you can play it on Switch now with the Nintendo Online package thing.
Oh, okay. But still,
like, it's not a re-release. Like,
it's still the same. It's still the same graphics.
yeah.
Which again, I guess is a way of like it's like the same as the Mega Man collection, where it's like it's the exact same graphics, but it's just ported over to modern consoles. Which, again, I'm fine with.
There's a way to play it.
Yeah, there's a way to play it. I grew up on that shit. I'm fucking here for it. So, but yeah, no, I agree. I think both of those games could definitely use remasters or remakes. So, with that being said, Danny, where can they find you?
You can find me on YouTube and Twitch at CatboxDanny.
You can also find your boy here over on Twitch and YouTube at DominiteFox or on Twitter at DominiteFox1. Thank you all so much for stopping by. We both really appreciate it. We all hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And as always, don't be a sweat lord. We'll see you guys next time.